In this video, we're just going to go over the 6 examples of order of operations on page 8 of your guided notes packet. So using the order of operations, we always first want to take care of what's inside our parentheses. So parentheses are these curves right here, but also instead of just parentheses, we want parentheses or absolute value symbols or any sort of bracket. You take care of what's in any sort of grouping symbol first. And then you need to apply any exponents. Next, you'll do multiplication and division as you see it from left to right in your problem. And when I'm talking about multiplication and division, multiplication is this symbol or a dot, and division, we have a division symbol, or sometimes we have a slash. So those are the symbols we're looking for multiplication and division. And then finally, you'll do addition and subtraction from left to right in your problem as you see it. And you can see here, PEMDAS. You might know that as PEMDAS for your order of operations. Let's apply our order of operations and see how we do. So I'm looking at my order of operations and I have to evaluate each expression. First, we have 2 minus 5 times 4 plus 1. I don't see any exponents or parentheses in this problem, so I don't have to take care of anything for P or for E. So I'm going to do multiplication and division as I see it in the problem. I'm going to rewrite anything that I come to that doesn't have multiplication and division. So I'll rewrite this 2. But then I see 5 times 4. So I'm going to write 2 minus 5 times 4 is 20. And then plus 1. There's no more multiplication and division. So now I'm going to do addition and subtraction from left to right. First I see 2 minus 20, which is negative 18. And then we'll do plus 1. Negative 18 plus 1 is negative 17. In the next example, we see we do have parentheses. So we're going to take care of what's in our parentheses first. And we'll have 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So we get negative 3 times 4 plus 1. It should be noted that whenever you see parentheses next to another number, you can assume they're being multiplied. So sometimes I like to put the multiplication dot. No more parentheses. We don't have exponents. Now we're going to do multiplication and division from left to right. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. So we get negative 12 plus 1. When we're doing our addition and subtraction, we'll take negative 12 plus 1, and we'll get negative 11 for our final answer. The next example has no parentheses, and it has no exponents, but we do have a lot of subtraction, multiplication, and addition. So I'm going to read from left to right, and I'm going to do anything that has multiplication first. So I see 3 times 4 is multiplication. I see 5 times 2. So I'll make sure I'll take care of those in my first step. So I'm going to rewrite 2 minus 3 times 4 is 12. Still write this plus operator. And then 5 times 2 is 10. And then I'll rewrite minus 1 plus 5. Now I just have addition and subtraction left. So I'll do 2 minus 12 is negative 10. So I'll get negative 10 plus 10 minus 1 plus 5. In the next step, I'll have negative 10 plus 10 is 0 minus 1 plus 5. And then finally, I'll just take my minus 1 plus 5. That's like 5 minus 1, or 4. 4 is my final answer for part C. For part D, once again, we have no parentheses and no exponents, but we do have multiplication and division. So I'm going to go through the problem. First, I have 2 plus isn't multiplication or division, so I'm just rewriting it. But then I get 16 divided by 4. And I have to do that before I see 4 times 2 because it's what I see first looking from left to right in my problem. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So I'm going to rewrite everything else in the problem. In my next step, I still have more multiplication right here. So I'll write 2 plus, and then I'll evaluate. 4 times 2 is 8. and then plus another 8. I'm done with multiplication and division now, so I can just go forward with my addition and subtraction. We'll have 2 plus 8 is 10, so I have 10 plus 8 in this step. And 10 plus 8 finally is 18. So the final answer is 18. The last two examples are both with exponents. So we have negative 3 raised to the fourth and negative 3 to the fourth. Now an exponent only belongs to what's right next to it. And in this case, it's right next to this whole set of parentheses. So we're taking what's in the parentheses, negative 3, and multiplying it by itself 4 times. So I'll have negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. And I can multiply in any order, or I can continue with this. I'll have 9 times negative 3 is negative 27 times negative 3. And then I'll multiply negative 27 times negative, and I'll get positive 81 because negative times negative is a positive. A note, if you're taking a negative number and raising it to an even exponent, you'll always get a positive answer. If you take a negative number and you raise it to an odd exponent, you'll always get a negative number. Our final example is going to be negative 3 to the fourth. Now this exponent only belongs to what's right next to it, so we're just raising the 3 to the fourth. We could take this problem, get rid of that right there. We could take this problem and rewrite it as negative 1 times 3 to the fourth. So remember, when we see anything that's negative, the times negative 1's understood. We don't have to write it, but we can. I think it's helpful. So this is really negative 1 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So we'll get negative 1 times 3 to the fourth. 3 to the fourth is 81. Finally, we'll get an answer of negative 81. So you can see that E and F were similar problems, but that one results in a negative answer and one results in a positive answer. Now, I encourage you to go ahead when you're practicing and try to stretch your brain and work on your number sense by doing them by hand with just pencil paper, but you can go back and check your answers with your calculator. So you can try them by hand, but also go ahead and try your order of operations with your calculator. So we can work on our brain skills and our calculator skills. Let me know if you have any questions.